The incident dates back to 1994, when I was 5 years old. I lived in a village in Punjab, around 32 miles from the capital city of Chandigarh. It was a village like any other, deep-rooted in patriarchy and male dominance. My neighborhood was not very flourishing types, and most men were uneducated wage earners in factories and mills in the nearest industrial town. Luckily, I was born into an educated family working in government jobs. But my family was traditional too, and deeply integrated with the village life. My neighbor next door was a drunkard, and he doubted his wife for having an affair with an outsider. I had seen him beating and trampling his wife many a time. My family was concerned with the environment. Then one evening, he lost his mind and began mercilessly beating his wife after some trigger. When he could no longer feel his anger finding enough vent, he locked her inside a room and grabbed kerosene and a matchstick. The next moment, he set her on fire. This happened right in front of my eyes. I can still clearly see the look of helplessness, screams and panic of the victim, and also of the people in the neighborhood. Her children wailed as they saw their mother being consumed by the flames as she ran helter-skelter for help. The next moment, I could see neighbors rushing to help the lady out. The only thing they could muster was a blanket. They draped the blanket around the lady hastily, and it put out the fire. But the blanket could not save her from severe burn injuries. She was to carry those scars for the rest of her life. The neighbors should have instead used water to put out the fire that was consuming her like fuel. But they did what best they could in that situation of horror. Her husband stood there like a terrorist, without remorse and rejoicing in his act of terror. He appeared to have tamed his wife forever. I was too small to remember anything after that, but I do remember that there was no police case filed. The woman escaped with third-degree burns that needed a long recovery, and the matter was most likely settled by the village council itself, like other domestic violence cases. It was probably the moment that my parents decided that they would be moving out of the village to provide me with a better environment to grow. They bought a plot of land in the nearby town and built a house. Even though it took us 6 years to move out of the village, the decision had been cast on that fateful night.